Hi, this is Sue, and this video is about caring for your creative mind, about healthy creativity, because as creatives we kind of put ourselves through the ringer, and I think it's important to really look after yourself. As an actor, I didn't really look after myself enough. I had this warped perspective on what was important with regards to self-love and self-care. I thought that because I was acting and pursuing a dream, even if it wasn't my dream, it was other people's dreams, and it was a dream that my 12-year-old self would have loved to see realised. I thought because I was living that dream and I was working out and I was pursuing my career that I was happy and that I had everything sorted and everything sussed. But I didn't. I wasn't really happy at all doing it, and I was pushing it because I felt this obligation to all the people who had helped me, to all the people who had believed in me, to myself, to my younger self. I felt like I had this duty to be an actor and to follow that dream. But actually it wasn't making me happy at all. But of course, because I was going for my dream and I was working out all the time, I thought I was winning. Like, I had everything sorted. I was like, I have my health in check, I have my career going, but I don't know, I wasn't happy. Actually, I was running from fame, from recognition. Like here, I was unable to go to the shop without being asked for photos and had people looking at me, coming over to me, talking to me. And I know they're really, really nice people and they were only being positive and encouraging. And sometimes I didn't mind it, but like a lot of the time I wasn't in the mood for it, and I was, I had spots and saggy clothes, and I just felt awful, and I felt like I wasn't living up to what they wanted me to be, to this glamorous star sort of thing. And so then I was running away from that. I was running away from Ireland towards what would have been that on a magnified scale, on a global scale, this kind of hyper recognition. And the funny thing was, I kind of knew I didn't want it, and yet I was going towards it. Weird. So anyway, when my boyfriend at the time proposed to me, I kind of jumped on the opportunity to come home. I left New York, I came home, I came down to the west of Ireland, where honestly no one actually gives a shit who I am anyway. They don't really talk to me down here. They're just like they talk to be nice, but they don't care who I am or what I've done, Or maybe they've just never seen what I was in, maybe they don't care, maybe they don't remember me. Which is great. Oh, it's lovely. Clare is the best. The west of Ireland is brilliant. They just don't give a shit who you are. So anyway, I actually get the same buzz out of writing as I did out of acting. It's the same creative joy. It's the same creative fulfillment. I absolutely love writing the exact same way as I loved acting. I don't really miss acting because I'm writing. And the thing is, with writing, I can do it in my pajamas on my beanbag. With acting, I'm likely to be dressed as a hooker and standing out in the freezing cold with hailstones stabbing me in the face. And it's fine if you love it and if you're there for it and you want to be doing it, it's amazing. And I did for a really long time. But if you don't want to be doing it, you might as well be at home in your pajamas, on your beanbag, or in your onesie or whatever you're wearing, with your laptop going. So now I am writing, but this time, this career, this life, I am taking care of myself and making sure that I'm taking time for myself. I'm not being hard on myself. And therefore, with the beauty of perspective and hindsight, I bring to you my tips for taking care of your creative mind. Number 1, be a nurtured artist, not a tortured artist. We don't need to be tortured artists. While it can be useful to go out and live an irresponsible lifestyle for a while, I'm not going to say I didn't do that. It can be great, you can get inspiration from it, but it's not sustainable. On the long term, it's not sustainable. You have to look after yourself. Otherwise, who's going to produce your amazing masterpieces? That lifestyle just does not lead to contentment and peace of mind. And that is required, I think, for long-term creativity. So I would say, instead of being tortured, nurture your creativity. Go to festivals, go to book clubs, the Ennis Book Club, the Limerick Literary Festival, the Doolin Writers Weekend. I know they're all things that are just right here in the west of Ireland, so they're appropriate for me, but these exist all over the world, you know. I would encourage anyone who can to come to the ones down here because they're amazing. But there must be festivals, writing groups where you live too, you know, and it's so fulfilling. You have such great experiences at these. You have meaningful, moving experiences when you connect to people, other artists at these events. If you can't afford to go to these events, go to your local coffee shop or your local charity shop and talk to people. Ask them their name. Ask them to tell you about themselves. Engage with people and engage with the world around you. Engage with art. Engage with... like, there's loads of museums you can go to for free. Number 2, make time for play. In one of the last videos I talked about timetabling, but I don't know if I mentioned that it's really important to timetable in breaks. Timetable in a yoga session, or even just a yoga session in your office. Stick on Yoga with Adriene on YouTube, and you know, it's only even like 10, 15, 20 minutes, a little burst, a little bit of stretching. Even if you don't have time for that, if you're eating lunch at your desk, just do some like body rolls or some stretches, you know, just even the type of stretches you see your dog doing. If animals do it, we should do it too. It's nice. And sometimes that rare, beautiful time, throw your timetable out the window. Go and experience things. If there's a snow day, you might say to yourself, great, I'll get loads done. But if someone calls to your door and says, let's go make a snowman, go make the fucking snowman. If someone says, let's walk down to our local pub and see if it's open and have a pint of Guinness, go do that. Not every time, but if an opportunity arises to do something, breaking your routine, breaking out of your timetable, just do that for yourself sometimes. Number 3, focus on others, not just on yourself. I think as writers we get very insular. We get lost in our own little world so much, and in our little imaginary worlds, that we forget to engage with the real world sometimes. You're never going to look back on your life and regret the time that you spent with family. You're not going to be like, why did I spend so much time with my loved ones? I used to think when I was far away from friends and family that I was fine with that. You know, that I was pursuing my career, it was okay. But I should have probably taken more time to check in on them. Just even phone them, see how they are. And now I spend a lot more time with my family, I spend a lot more time checking in. It makes me calmer, it makes me happier. Rescue some animals. I found that very fulfilling. Rescuing animals that are otherwise going to be sent to slaughter or have come from horrible lives. My experience is that they're extremely grateful and really happy. And that is just such a lovely feeling. Rescue animals. The last thing, number 4. Tend to your wounds. When I was acting, I used to spend a day or a week shooting really, really harrowing scenes. And then I would come home and watch a Ross Kemp documentary on gangs or on drugs or something. And it was awful. I mean, the Ross Kemp documentaries are brilliant, but like, I needed to pick my timing. You know, you can't do that to yourself. You need to let yourself watch a bit of fluffy crap sometimes. I only in the last few years discovered the Kardashians. Sometimes I need that. Sometimes if I'm writing something really sad, like, you need to give yourself a break. You need to watch something that's just a little bit vacuous and not feel guilty about it. Yeah, because I know you read loads and you're a writer and you're supposed to be this cultured individual, and then you're sitting down and watching a bit of Kardashians. But like, you're human. Look after yourself. Watch some crap. You deserve it. Watch Gogglebox. So those are my tricks for minding your creative mind. Take it easy. Go to some festivals. Talk to people. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.